Hey YouTube, here in my office 26, coming back at you. How you doing? This is Anthony Frasica, and I just wanted to bring you up to speed on what's going on, as usual. Um, it's been a long road, and I have a interview tomorrow with a bank called M&T Bank. They're located out of Buffalo, New York. And feeling pretty good about it. It's a third-party risk management position, and I have a lot of experience in that area with dealing with the regulators and dealing with third-party risk management across a global financial services company for 7 years. So I'm pretty psyched about it. I'm thinking that it's probably hopefully gonna maybe materialize into an offer, but we're not done with that. Since last time I made a video, we talked to Walmart, and I had a video conference with them. It was pretty cool. I had my phone for the audio, and you had a video thing like Skype, and we had about a half-hour meeting, and she was happy with my credentials and liked the way the interview went, and that's going to be moving into a second interview. So I have Walmart on Thursday. Today it's Sunday, so I got M&T on Monday, Walmart on Thursday, and then I also have JP Morgan, which again, that was an individual contributor role at JP Morgan, but at this point, you kind of take what you can get, I guess. Something is better than nothing. But no, I'm still staying positive. So we got 3 companies in the mix, and I've been just actively applying. Today I applied to 5 different companies, mostly financial services companies, for both third-party risk management positions and for senior audit manager positions. So we're getting some movement. But if you're watching this video, I encourage you to check out my other videos. This is the 26th video in a series from my office here. And, we talk about everything from finance degree to MBA to my career in internal auditing and financial services. So if you're a college student or you're someone looking for some guidance on what a good career path might be, how you can make good money, it's definitely something you want to check out. So at the end of this video, I'll put a link to my first Here in My Office video, or if you're watching this, I'd encourage you to check out the rest of my channel. And my channel also has things like hi-fi audio. Actually, one of my highest watched videos is a couple videos I made about my hi-fi system. I have a Macintosh stereo that I've invested a lot of money and time into, and if you're into vinyl records and things like that, and just hi-fi in general, high-end speakers, amplifiers, preamplifiers, check it out, because I do got a really good system here, and you have to hear it to believe it. So it's something that I've been building for many years, and it's finally gotten to the point where I'm totally happy with it. So what else? The other thing that we're dealing with is something called pre-settlement funding. Because as you know, if you've watched my prior videos, you know that I have a lawsuit that's in place that it's against a prior employer, and it's a good case. It's a strong case according to my attorney, and we should be set to collect a substantial amount of money. But until that time, while I don't have a job, we're starting to run on fumes here. So I'll just keep you guys in the loop on what's going on. I'm able to cover my bills. I'm able to do what I need to do. But this pre-settlement funding thing, what they do is they'll basically give you a cash advance against future winnings from a lawsuit. So now this company is called Tribeca Capital. They're in touch with my attorney to get information to make sure that it's a solid case, I guess, to make sure that if they were to fund me, they would get their money back when the lawsuit settles. So that's something that's currently in place. So I'm just, I never expected this road to last this long. I thought I guess back when I first became unemployed, going back at the end of September in 2018, I thought it would be really quick and easy to pick up a new job, but I'm realizing that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. While there are a lot of jobs and I'm searching nationwide, what I've seen is I've seen interest in me, and I've seen positions just get canceled and fall through. That happened. I think it happened 3 times, but the closest one I had was I was very close to working at Goldman Sachs, and had an on-site interview. Went to New York City and everything, and then unfortunately they canceled the job. So there's nothing that I did, but it's something that it's just something to look out for, guys. So I guess in spite of your best efforts, you might find that all that work, all that interviewing, might go for nothing. But the one thing I keep doing is just you just got to keep going back to the drawing board. I was fortunate to have a solid career since I've been employed my whole life. I mean, I've never experienced a period of job loss. So it's sometimes it's challenging to not get discouraged, and it can be scary because you start to think, well, what if the pre-settlement funding doesn't come through? What if the lawsuit doesn't materialize into what we're looking for? What if it takes me another 6 months to find a job? What if I get into a situation where I can't pay my mortgage, can't pay for my car? It's stressful, but it drives me. So I'm not resting on my laurels and thinking, oh, we got this lawsuit coming through, we're gonna get paid, it's gonna cover my expenses for years, which it should. But I guess in the beginning, when I started on this job hunt, I kind of had that mentality that that the lawsuit would come through much sooner than it has. I thought I would have been, I thought the suit would have settled by now, and I'd be looking at, multiple 6 figures in the bank, looking for a job at my leisure, taking my time, looking for the exact perfect role. But lawsuits take a long time, guys. We started this thing in October, and now it's March, and my attorney is just starting to have their first meetings with the bank on this suit. So I'm not. It happened because the company that we're suing decided they were going to ignore me, and they didn't want to talk, and they didn't want to engage with my attorney, and we ended up having to file a complaint with state and federal. A state and federal complaint. I don't know all the details. I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving legal advice. I'm just saying, if you have a lawsuit, just buckle up, because it could take years, and if it went to trial, it would take years. And we're hoping to settle out of court. I guess for what what my lawsuit is about, which is wrongful termination. It usually gets settled out of court, which is good. I mean, you don't want to go to court, but the fact that they're paying such hardball, it just kind of makes me a little queasy about what's going to happen in the future. But I just have to stay the course and be available when I need to be, and just stay on my attorney, because I'm not the only case they have going. And I know that, so I need to make sure that they know that I'm in a position where, I need this thing to move along quicker than it has been. Last thing, too, I'm active on what am I active on? LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and I said Tumblr, and Facebook. So I'm on multiple social media platforms right now, and I noticed somebody had taken a screenshot of my face on one of these here in my office videos. I believe it was the first one where my hair was like way out there, looking stupid, and I think he was making fun of me or something. But hey, guys, as long as you're watching my videos, you can mock me out all you want. I've made sponsored posts on Instagram that got tore up. You know, I take a picture of myself next to a Lamborghini. I know I don't own the Lamborghini, but just like if you look at my Instagram, Anthony Ron 82, it's the same name as my YouTube. It's all mostly architecture stuff, houses, cars. But lately, it's been a lot of art, and then I also use Instagram to kind of take these here in my office videos, and I plug them on Instagram. But I copy everything when I make a post on Instagram. I copy it to Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and I think that's because Instagram is owned by Facebook, and they must have an agreement with Twitter and Tumblr or something like that. But I have a beer here. And I guess people are taking some shots at me. So, actually, I found this out because I went on Twitter and noticed somebody was defending me. Which, whoever you are, if you're watching this video, thank you for defending me. I forgot what the names were and everything, but I did respond to say, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I'm new to Twitter, so once I twittered around and realized what I was looking at, I noticed somebody had a picture of me and a picture of somebody else, and they just said that like this other person equals me. So this person didn't look anything like me. I don't know if maybe they make office videos and talk about careers, but I don't know. So it's just funny, but I'm going on and on, guys. But what I plan to do next for the next video, I talked to M&T tomorrow morning, and that's again, it's kind of like a first interview, so I'm not going to have any concrete offer or anything like that. I'm sure they're going to want to bring me in because they're in downtown Buffalo, and the good part about it is if the job at M&T materializes, then I don't have to move. Whereas in my conversations with Walmart, I'd have to move to Bentonville, Arkansas, and I can get a nice house in Bentonville, Arkansas, and their taxes are low. I get hammered over here in New York State. This house, the taxes are $20,000 a year. It's crazy. And but it's kind of a sliding scale here in Buffalo. I mean, our house prices are lower and our taxes are higher. But that sucks because when you're paying your mortgage, all that money you're paying towards taxes is just getting pissed away. And the money that you're paying towards your mortgage, you're paying down the principal and you're building equity. But you're not building any equity when you're paying that tax bill. And just think about 20 grand a year. You break that down for 12 payments in a year, you're paying almost $2,000 a month just in taxes. I'm probably paying as much in taxes as I am in my mortgage P&I. So that's principal and interest for those who don't know. So I have a glass the beer can is half full for me at all times. I don't look at it as half empty. If I have to move, I try to focus on the positives. I don't try to focus on the positives. I do focus on the positives. The positives are a lower cost of living area, an opportunity to buy a even better house than what I already have. I mean, I love this house, but there's other ones out there. I'm on Zillow, checking out stuff on Zillow. So guys, if you're if you're in the midst of a nationwide job search, go on Zillow and look at houses within a commutable distance to the locations that you're applying to, and you might find, those jobs in New York City might pay a lot of money, but if you have to live in the tri-state area, that whole area is terrible for the cost of living. I mean, you got to be raking it in to live in some of these places, or you're going to have to make a compromise and live in a smaller house than what you might be accustomed to where you live currently. But other places in the country, like there's places in the country where I have at least said no, it's not going to happen. Like, I'm not moving to San Francisco. It's way too expensive over there. As much as I'd love to live in California, I think it would be a nice life. Unless you got the salary to go with it, I'm not going to live in a little dump and pay a ton of money for it. I think people who do that, I don't know. I think it's stupid. I'm just going to say it. I think it's stupid to pay that much money to live in a very high cost of living place. And I live in a moderately high cost of living place. Everything here is cheap except for the taxes in Buffalo. But there's places in the country, Salt Lake City. If that Goldman Sachs job had materialized, the taxes are much lower. You'll find, and but the houses are more. No, the houses are probably about as expensive as they are here. But you save all that money on taxes, and that really helps you out a lot. So, but just the thought of doing a relocation, because you got to understand, I just moved here 6 months ago. So it's kind of like I haven't even settled in here, and we're going to have to pick it all up and do it again. But when I'm asked, am I open to relocation, the answer is yes. I can't limit myself to the Buffalo, Niagara area. It's too small of a market. And with the amount of experience I have, 12 years of internal audit experience, 7 years at a very large financial institution, global financial institution, being promoted to a manager. I have my MBA in financial services. I'm a certified internal auditor. I have a bachelor's in finance. And I've had heavy regulatory exposure. I've presented to regulators. I've presented to the entire audit department at my prior company. So I've done, large-scale presentations. I've been in a lot of high-stress situations. I'm calm under pressure. I can handle it. So to go to a very small company, and to some extent, M&T is, it's a small regional bank, but it's not that small, and it's a well-run bank, and it's banking. I'd like to stay, within my industry, but I've expanded the search. We're looking at, I think I applied to Verizon, I applied to Boeing, I applied to what's that other place I applied to? Most of my applications have gone to financial services firms, insurance companies, and things like that. But I have expanded my search a little bit. I even applied to Google, which I said I wouldn't go to California, but if the job, it's a balancing act. I mean, if there's an opportunity of a lifetime at Google, I'm going to go for it. There might be some sacrifices off the bat. I might not be able to live in that dream house off the bat, but I'm 37 years old. I got time, so we can start over and make the move and get promoted and do what I need to do at that company, and then before you know it, I could have everything I was dreaming of. So with these changes comes great opportunity. So while it does suck to be unemployed and to have to worry about pre-settlement funding and getting cash and doing all these things and paying the bills, I guess at least I'm not spinning my wheels in a dead-end job. That's never going to happen for me. I look for positions with upside potential, companies that have a clear path for promotion, and that's what we're doing. So this video, I think I'm using a cell phone, a Samsung Galaxy S9. I can't see how many minutes we've gone, but if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and I'll be sure to upload a new video I have my call tomorrow, so I guess if the mood strikes me, I'll make a video tomorrow, but most likely end of next week. At that point, my attorney will have met with my prior employer, and we'll have some first information on what's going on with the lawsuit, and then we'll also have I'll be able to bring you up to speed on what happened at M&T and what happened at Walmart, because now I'm on a second round interview at Walmart. The first one went really well, and I'm meeting with another member of the team, and we'll see if we're going to pack it up and go to Bentonville. So check out these other videos, guys, and check out my stereo video. It's it's a pretty awesome stereo. So whether you're here for career advice or just if you like hi-fi, either way, I can show you what I got, and it's interesting stuff. So I'll put a link in the end of this video to those videos, and hopefully you check them out and you like them. And if you like this video, please subscribe and comment. I'm getting a good amount of views, but not a lot of comments. So I would like if anybody has any questions, and if you have any ideas on other videos or things you'd like to see me talk about from a career perspective, from somebody with over a decade of experience in audit. I made some stories on, battle stories on what I used to do at work, and I'm open to talking about those kinds of experiences. I'll certainly talk about it in my next video if somebody makes a comment. So just let me know, guys. All right. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.